Mm. All right. I don't know if you guys can see me or hear me out there. I've got everything going, but fuck. It's giving me a notification. All right, let me just get rid of this. All right, Albert. It's going to take me a second to get going here. It's giving me a notification on YouTube saying it doesn't like what I'm doing. It's saying that my internet's all fucked and the signal's fucked and laptop's fucked. Errors, getting error codes.
Fucking shit, man.
I'm getting people commenting in. So, what? Let's see. Is it actually working? I'm having to do this on my laptop, guys, because I'm not home. So, I'm trying to get this to work because I'm going to be going on the road for a while this summer a couple times. And I've got to make it work on my laptop and shit while I'm on the road. Error, YouTube is not receiving enough video to maintain smooth streaming. Awesome. Can you hear me all right, Albert?
Yeah, I can hear you. I can't see. I just see the logo.
You can't see shit again?
I just see the logo.
Oh, that's because it's lagged as fuck.
There you go. I see you now.
It is lagged as all fuck. So, don't know if this is even going to work, bro. It is so lagged. So, fucking lagged.
Are you drinking a Stella?
No, High Life. So, not sure how this is going to work.
Yeah, you're frozen. You're frozen and shit. Well, we could just do it and just, people could just listen.
Maybe. We're going to see what the fuck this is going to do here for a second. And if not, I'm just going to bail and we're going to try to do something else. Not over live stream. So yeah, guys. I had to move. I set up everything to do this on my laptop today. And apparently it's working about as well as I expected. So, don't know what's going on. It's not my... I think it's just my laptop, man. Booze Life. John's here. I see y'all tuning in. I think it must be... Just tell me what y'all are seeing and hearing right now. Does the audio sound okay? Is it fucking lagged out as fuck?
Can you hear me?
Can you hear Albert? Can you see me? So, as we try to work with my piece of crap equipment.
This is all fucked up.
So, need your feedback, y'all. All my shit's slow as hell right now. Let me pop this down. I don't think there's anything else I can do, bro, to make it any better. So, I turned the frames per second down, I think, as low as I can go to. Don't know. So if y'all write in the comments, I can at least read that shit and see what y'all are seeing. Fuck. Am I in a Motel 6? No, I'm at my friend's house. She's cooking dinner right now for me. I'm very grateful. God damn, the lag is crazy.
Have you seen Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, Jonathan?
Nah, who wrote it?
Quentin Tarantino.
I don't think I've seen it. No, is it a horror movie?
No, it's just it's the latest movie that he came out with last year.
No, I haven't seen it.
You should watch it. I think you might like it.
I typically like Quentin Tarantino.
You'll like it.
Reservoir Dogs is probably my all-time fave.
Next to Kill Bill.
See, I'm not even... Kill Bill is cool, but it's not my fave. It's going to be either Pulp Fiction or Reservoir Dogs for me.
Oh, shit.
But I like Reservoir Dogs. It's a classic kind of bank heist. I like bank heist movies and all that kind of crap. I like that stuff. Especially like botched bank heist movies. It's a good genre. I don't know, man. Y'all, I need y'all's feedback just to know if it's even worth continue doing this fucking live stream, or if Albert and I should just pre-record this shit and put it up. Because I'm pretty sure it's the live stream aspect that's fucking everything up right now. And I don't know how... What time is it? 8:07, 8:14 is the last error I got. Where's my analytics? What's my stream health look like? There you go. Stream settings. Let's look at all this shit, Albert. Let's figure this shit out. Because, yeah. Damn. Yeah, I don't know. Can you even see me, or are you just getting like a weird, delayed?
No, I can see you. It's just super lagging.
Super
so
lagging.
You pretty much, you just look frozen almost.
Yeah, god damn it. I know it's my laptop, bro. This thing doesn't have a graphics card really or any of that shit. It is not meant for any of this. Anyway, I guess we're gonna try to go with it. Fuck it, right?
Yeah.
I won't be able to play any clips. I won't be able to do anything. Or we try to pre-record it and upload it. What do you want to do?
Let's just do it like this, bro.
Let's do it like this. All right. Well, welcome to Booze and News with Jonathan Fleissner and Albert Deleon, and brought to you by shitty laptops and cheap beer. Cheers.
Cheers.
Typically, right now, we'd be doing a beer review where we'd be bringing you an interesting microbrew and rating it and giving you a little backstory about what kind of ingredients are in it and all that jazz and its ratings. And we're not doing that today because, like I said, I'm not home and we don't have the beer. So Albert, make sure you don't drink that beer because next week we got to do that shit. Next week I should be home with fixed internet. On my PC, where I don't have to run into this bullshit. This is really freaking me out because I'm going to be gone for like several weeks this summer, and all I'm going to have is my laptop, and I don't know what the fuck I'm going to do. But I guess this is what I get. John asked if I'm using Elon's satellite internet. Yes, that's exactly why it's fucked up. This is Elon Musk's fault, like everything else. Yeah, I don't know. We'll fuck with this later, I guess. Let's just get into it for today's breaking news, Albert. I don't even know if I'm going to be able to pull up links, man. This is going to be hilarious. It's so slow. All right. So in breaking news, in the House was able to narrowly hold on to their majority. In New Mexico, there was a special election, and let's see here. Melanie Stansbury won her election. She's a former Obama aide. It was a 4-way race, and she was able to win. So it does let the House, keep their slight majority. The Democrats keep their slight majority in the House. So that's pretty good. That means that, hopefully they'll actually pass some shit with like budget reconciliation. We got one more budget reconciliation this year. Whoopee!
Hell yeah.
Clark, I know you want me to probably read all your hate mail and cyberbullying towards Albert, but my computer is so fucked right now that I can't really switch back and forth to anything. I'm doing the best I can just to keep drinking. That's about all my mind can handle right now. All right. What's the next news story? Did you have a news story this week, Albert?
Well, the redhead lady from a lot of these comedy shows like The Office, I don't know if you heard about this.
Mm-mm.
Kimmy, she did a show on Netflix called Kimmy Schimmel or some shit.
Nope, never heard of that. What do you mean the redhead lady? Which one? Pam, the secretary?
Yeah.
Okay. I don't know her name.
Well, turns out she grew up in a KKK family.
Oh,
and she won. What?
I said, oh?
She won a beauty pageant at the age of 19, the official KKK beauty pageant.
No shit.
And it's just now coming out, and everyone's freaking the fuck out about it.
So I got to see if this is true or not, or if this is just some crazy shit that you read off of TikTok. Let me look this up. It looks like her name is Ellie Kemper.
Yeah.
And I'm not seeing any reliable sources here on this. First is my first note. Let me see what comes up here when I pull this up. I don't know what brobible.com is. It sounds like bullshit. What else is there? Okay, here's the AP, I think. Wait. No, that's not it. God damn. It cannot handle this at all. I cannot even do a fucking Google search. Jesus.
Let me see. Let's see if I can get it, and I'll send it to you.
No. I'll look it up on my phone. My phone's working at least. Ellie Kemper. So you said she won a beauty pageant? Is what you're alleged? It's been alleged that she won a KKK beauty pageant. Is what you're saying?
That's right. Part of the KKK, my friend.
Let's see here.
Oh
no, it's not Pam. You're not talking about Pam. You're talking about the other chick.
The redhead.
The redheaded one. She came in later in the show.
Bingo, bango. That's the one.
Let's see if this is a reliable source or not. Her name is Kimmy Schmidt. It looks like this is a bullshit story, dude. Yeah. It looks like this is bullshit. In 1999, 19-year-old Ellie Kemper was the 105th young woman crowned Queen of Love and Beauty at St. Louis Veiled Prophet Ball. which the Veiled Prophet organization was founded in 1878 to promote the city of St. Louis and enrich the quality of life for its citizens. Backstory here. It was created by wealthy elites, but I mean, it was created in fucking the late 1800s, so that's no surprise. Clandestine organization. So it looks like it has like a kind of sordid history where they were attached to, there were like people in the organization who were Klansmen, right? But it wasn't like a Klan's organization. It wasn't like she went to like the Klan beauty pageant, right? It was not that. So what it sounds like Twitter or whatever was just freaking the fuck out over jumping to conclusions.
Well, it's still a racist organization.
No. It's saying that what I just read says it's not. It says that just because there were people in the organization who were Klansmen doesn't mean that the organization itself was a white supremacist organization. That's like saying like...
No, I'm not saying... No. You're not hearing what I'm saying. I'm not saying that it is. I'm saying basically close enough.
Well, I guess. I mean, but I disagree because, I mean, anything that was founded in... Where was this? Missouri? Is that what it said? In 1878 was gonna be fucking inherently racist. So I don't think you can, associate her with any kind of Klans type bullshit just because of that. That's kind of insane.
I don't actually know anything about her. I haven't even researched it myself. It's just some shit I saw on TikTok, and what do you call it? But I saw enough of it to, be like, okay, it's probably real.
That is exactly how your brain works. It's fascinating. You're like, I saw enough. Yeah, I saw enough TikTok video.
Me and like sick, shitloads of other millions of people around the world looking on TikTok. We're getting our news from TikTok. It's not a big deal.
It's terrifying. That terrifies me, Albert. It terrifies me that that's the way the world is working.
I'm not anybody important. It's not a big deal.
No, it just terrifies me that's where Gen Z gets all their information is fucking TikTok.
But to me, that's good. I'll be honest with you. From what you told me, though, it's close enough to the source. And here's the thing: do I think she's a racist person? No, I highly doubt she's a fucking racist person. But I do think the story's interesting. And when I tell you this stuff, I'm not saying this shit's real. That's not even the point why I'm bringing it up. I'm not trying to prove that it's real or not. I'm telling you what I'm hearing I'm telling you what's trending. I'm telling you what's trending.
No, and this is I probably never would have fucking heard of this story had you not mentioned it. I do think that it's kind of absurd that she would get any kind of backlash from this or
well, yeah,
because this has nothing to do with her being a racist. I would assume every beauty pageant that was founded in the late 19th century has fucking a bunch of racists that were a part of its organization. So
yeah, well, I think it's a fact that obviously she's a celebrity, and I think the other thing was that she won the pageant. I think people find excuses to hate on celebrities. I mean,
yeah, for sure.
That's all it is, really.
I got a fun story that I just heard about before we actually, and everyone's going to be like, you guys fucking suck. You don't do any preparation. I sat here for like 2.5 hours trying to get this shit to work, and we tried for 30 minutes to get it to work. But there was a funny story I was reading about just before that, in West Virginia. So remember how we were talking about the different states that were doing COVID incentives? Like Ohio was doing the lottery where they were going to give out like $1 million to like 5 people randomly who got the vaccine.
Okay, right, yeah.
And that caused a lot of people to like actually go out and get the vaccine because they were like, well, normally I'm lazy as fuck, but if I can get a free beer and all the incentives they were doing, if I can get a free beer and a cheeseburger and getting this lottery, whatever. So West Virginia of course, had to do the most West Virginia thing. And that was they're now doing a raffle for people who get the vaccine, and they're giving out free guns. Just fucking awesome. And you know what? I bet that will work. I bet that will actually work. And I can't even get mad at this shit because it's working. Like whatever you have to do to get these people like dragging their knuckles to come out and get vaccinated, but yeah, it's crazy. So that's a fun.
How do you feel real quick about teachers being supplied with firearms to protect the school if it ever gets shot at?
Stupid, dumb. For one, do they require that they get any kind of training? Because without that, what are they going to do, right? And for two, I bet you there's a bunch of mentally unstable teachers out there who shouldn't have guns in a classroom. They might just murder people. It's ridiculous. I never understood why that was give the teachers guns. Why not give the lunch ladies guns? You know what I mean? I don't get it. Albert, it's Pride Month, by the way. Happy Pride Month, man.
Happy Pride.
And it really sucks that I can't play clips because I have this great clip that I found that just came out yesterday. And there's no way it's going to work because of this shitty stream that I have going with my laptop. But anyway, here's the story. I'll just explain it to you. There was a couple. There was a group. I believe they were on a lake. I don't remember if it was in Chicago or where they were, but they were on a lake and they had like the pride flag on the back of their boat, right?
Uh-huh.
And if you guys haven't watched this, I'm sorry my internet and laptop is fucked up today. Definitely when you get a chance after the show, go watch this video. It's amazing. There's actually 2 videos that the guy posted to TikTok. But there was a guy with a pride flag on the back of his boat out with his friends. And these people started circling their boat, yelling homophobic slurs at them and flipping them off. And they're capturing all this on TikTok, right? On their phone, they're video recording it.
Right.
And their fucking boat catches fire. Not the people with the pride flag, but the people yelling the homophobic slurs. Their boat fucking explodes while they're like doing circles around these people being assholes. And they have to like jump off their boat, and the people with the pride flag boat come to their rescue. And it's just a really great like karma biting them in the ass video. And they don't fucking say thank you or anything. You know what I mean? They just cry about their fucking boat. Just shitty motherfuckers. But
wow, that's funny.
But it's just crazy. That was like instant karma, you know. What else do I got here in stories this week? As you know, because we've been talking about it, that woman died who had that crazy biblical diet cult, Gwen Shamblin.
Right, she died because they boarded a plane that they didn't really know how to fly or some shit.
Yeah, all 7 people, none of which had a pilot license. And Rob Mungle, if anybody knows Rob Mungle, he's a Houston comic. He's been doing it for a long time. He had a really funny like takeaway on it, which was like, she went around and told people for most of her adult life, she made millions of dollars bullshitting people about you can pray away the pound. You can, your faith can help with your weight loss. And she wrote all these diet books and bullshit. Had this whole church called Weighed Down or whatever. Anyway, she gets on a plane with a bunch of people with no pilot license and it crashes. And they all die. And Rob Mungle said that she died doing what she loved. And that was pretending to know about shit she knows nothing about or whatever. Something like that. I fucking butchered that. But God damn it. Yeah, just
Hey,
what were we gonna say?
I'm gonna step away. I gotta step away for 1 second. Hold on. Keep going.
That's pretty much all I had to say about that. If you want to, if anybody knows about this woman, she got really she was a part of a controversy in the 90s where I think she went on like The View or some major television show, and she was one of her big like tenets of her diet cult or whatever was that obesity was not linked to genetics whatsoever. She was like, science is wrong, and she cited as evidence to like support her claim that if obesity had been linked to genetics, there was no that. How come there was no fat people in the Holocaust? That was her fucking argument. So, just a real illogical dumb motherfucker. Yeah. So, and I know that it's hard. Sometimes it's difficult. I was talking about this just last night. Like, how do you make light of anybody dying or tragedy? And Albert and I have talked about this before. But like, what's the can you make fun of somebody who's passed away? And I think that when it's somebody who's been exploiting people and just been a real piece of crap for a long time, it's yeah, you can. So, what else do we got coming up next? I'm gonna attempt to go over to the fucking YouTube and see if I can read any of y'all's comments, if it'll actually load up. Oh my God, it's a wall of Clark. Let's see. Is there anything worth reading here, Clark? Da-da-da-da-da-da. Too bad. That's kind of funny. Too bad. Albert, are you there? He's back. Where the fuck did Albert go? He went to go take a shit, I guess. After all the problems we've had today, he went to go take a crap. Albert, Clark, why do you hate Albert so much? I mean, even if you're his dad, this is crazy, man. You know what I mean? Y'all need to like hug it out, bro. Have some beers, reconcile things for your grandchild's sake. You know what I mean? So, let's see. I guess I'm going to move on to the next fucking topic because Albert's taking a mean shit. Let's see. Man, it really sucks. I can't. I wrote up this whole thing for today with all these clips. Speaking of crazy church people, I don't know if any of y'all know who this guy is. Greg Locke. He's a pastor of this weird church. He's like a televangelist who was kind of all over the news during the election because he was like one of those prophet motherfuckers saying that, telling his congregation that God told him that Trump was going to win the election. And what's crazy is, we're in June now, and he's still saying that Trump won the election. Of course, he's like talking about the big lie and that God is going to somehow put Trump back into the White House. But beyond all of that normal crazy nonsense, of course, he's also like an insane anti-vaxxer. And he's been telling people of his congregation that the elites didn't really get the vaccine, like, to paraphrase him or whatever. He said that they got like a placebo, basically, and that the vaccine is the mark of the devil or all this weird shit. But here's the sweet irony of it. People in his church have died from COVID, and their family members are absolutely fucking pissed that this guy, who just rants about communist and baby eating Jewish pedophiles and all that all day long, and all the other QAnon nonsense on his pulpit, told their family members not to get vaccinated, and as a result, they died. And he's totally non-repentant and a piece of shit. So, speaking of pieces of crap like that, and this is kind of just totally associated, Donald Trump has been going around telling people lately that he is gonna somehow be back, like, in office. He's gonna get his job back as president come this August. I don't know why he's decided on August. Maybe that's, he's just trying to get in before he has to go to court and go to jail, because there's a bunch of legal cases right now coming for him. Lately they've been actually trying to link the Trump family to a bunch of mafia shit. Pretty funny. His kids are on Twitter and Fox News crying about it. Pretty fucking funny to me. But yeah, let's see if there's what is this rumor about him being reinstated to president say? See if I can't play the video, but he says he's gonna be reinstated as the sitting president in August. Well, and also Mike Lindell has been supporting this theory. If y'all know, everybody knows Mike Lindell, the crazy MyPillow crackhead, who has a website that's been getting trolled left and right. Speaking of all that website shit, Donald Trump has his blog got taken down. Let me see if I have the report for that. That came out today too. Let's see. As announced, as of today, Donald Trump's blog was shut down. So that was up for like a month, and was a complete fucking failure. The page from the desk of Donald J. Trump has been scrubbed from Trump's website after going live less than a month earlier, and it will not be returning, a senior aide has told CNBC. So there you go. I bet that was as successful as he thought it was going to be. Apparently all he did was get a bunch of people's emails, and I'm sure he got a bunch of these dumb motherfucker people's money. So, good for him, I guess. I have no fucking clue where Albert went. He just fucked off. Thanks, Albert. Appreciate it, bud. So, as if today's episode wasn't brought to you by the letter F for totally fucked. And he doesn't have his fucking phone with him because I'm looking at it right now. So, what the fuck, dude? Well, and I can't play any clips. Can't fucking do anything except tell you what I've written the fuck down. So let's just keep rolling with it. Fuck it. What's next? I feel like I just need to turn this into an audio podcast where I bitch about things. I can't even get in this next story because I want Albert to fucking chime in. God damn it. I guess I'll read this story right now. This is kind of a terrifying story. Of course, there's been a bunch of not school shootings. There's been a bunch of mass shootings since lockdowns have been ending nationwide. A particularly horrible one just happened the past week in Miami, where there's a really scary video of this too. You can watch. It doesn't actually show the shooting. It was caught like on some security camera footage. But apparently there was a like party that someone was having. I think it might have been a birthday party it was at this banquet hall. They were also having like a rap concert. 3 armed gunmen popped out of like a little SUV and just sprayed bullets into the crowd, killing over 2 people and injuring over 20 people. And yeah, it's pretty fucking horrifying. And there was definitely like some gang related activity with it. What was really sad was the father came out, just completely, one of the people who died, completely heartbroken. But yeah, it's just more gun violence than another day in America. Albert's back. Thank fuck, dude. God damn, you left me alone there for a while. Did you take a shit?
Nah, I was doing baby stuff.
Oh damn, you gotta get that. Abuela. Where's the abuela? Abuelita. All right, so I was waiting to do this story with you. So they just started letting people have back into the stadiums for the NBA, right?
Right.
They really started doing it right before the playoffs kicked off, right? When they started this season, a lot of the stadiums did not allow any people in the stands. But as the season moved on and cases dropped, they started letting them in. Now, some places like Houston have been letting people in the whole time, but now they're starting to kind of get back to normal. And actually, the stadiums are starting now in the playoffs to get kind of packed again. You know,
right?
But here's the crazy thing: as this has started happening, there has been a lot of violence of fan-on-fan violence, and in particular, fan-on-player violence that's been happening. So I'm gonna read some of these stories to you, these instances that have happened just in the past like 2 weeks, because the playoffs have just started. We're still in the first round. It's only been going for like a week and a half. So I'm gonna read some of these stories to you, and I want to get your kind of feedback about it. So it all kind of kicked off with, you know who Russell Westbrook is?
No.
So Russell Westbrook is an all-star player, and he like tweaked his leg in a game and was going back to the locker room to get it like worked out. And as he's like hobbling to the locker room, a fan like dumps popcorn on his head, and he freaks the fuck out, right?
Right.
And tries to go beat that guy's ass. Now, that's the first instance that happened during the playoffs. Then, like a day or two later, there was another game where the all-star from Memphis was playing, and his family was in the stands. And mind you, this kid is only like 20 years old. You know, he's a really young all-star.
Yeah.
You know, but he's a really good player. But his family was there supporting him in Utah. And a bunch of Utah fans, surprise, surprise, Utah, were yelling racist epithets at his family and at him, like to their faces and shit at the game.
Wow.
And they all, like all 3 of them or whatever, got banned. And then, I mean, this is nothing. And then there's an instance of another player, another all-star, who was playing Trae Young, and a fan in the, like right on the second row from the court, spit on him. Right?
Yeah.
And what's crazy, and here's what's fucking crazy about that story, is that fan was literally standing right behind 50 Cent. So he spit right over 50 Cent to spit on this player. And he must have known 50 Cent was sitting in front of him. And I'm surprised 50 Cent just didn't knock the fuck out of him, personally.
Right.
Because he was there with like his girl too or whatever. You know what I mean?
Well, you know, we've talked about sports and stuff, and
there's more. There's more stories. There's another one about them throwing a beer at a player. There's another one about Kyrie Irving. You know Kyrie Irving?
Not really, bro.
Well, he had that movie Uncle Drew that came out.
Okay.
And they dude, this guy like hucked a water bottle at his head really fast. This is all happening like the past week and a half, man. Another fan rushed out onto the court to tackle and got tackled.
Yeah.
There was that Astros game recently where that dude beat the crap out of those other two Astros fans. I mean, so what do you think, man? Like, people are finally getting out of the house. They're going back to see these games, and they don't know how to fucking behave whatsoever.
Well, I think first and foremost, we all know this. Everyone knows this. If you're a diehard sports fan, you more than likely have an anger issue as well.
Well, sports definitely doesn't make people calm.
It doesn't. It makes people very angry. It brings out a lot of really aggressive emotions because people base and we talked about the insanity when it comes to the obsession, absurdity obsession with regular people obsessed with these games, and it's insane. I mean, this is people's lives. Like, there's a lot of people in the world, they go to work, they take care of their kids, and they love their fucking sports team, and that's all they give a fuck about. It's almost like the sports people, the team that they love, they love like their kids.
Right.
It sounds stupid as fuck because these are grown ass people and they're making millions of dollars to play a goddamn basketball game, but people fucking are obsessed with this shit.
Well, yeah, and I don't even know. I'm not even mad about the amount of money that they make because I know it's stupid for playing a game, but the companies are making way more than that off of them. You know what I mean? Nike and the NBA and all of them, they're making way more.
100%.
And if you look at like other, like the NCAA or whatever, they're just fucking those college athletes don't make any money. And how much money do they make off of the Final Four and all that crap?
Right. And they're only making that amount of money because of the worldwide obsession with sports.
But I do think that the sports fans in general are not the brightest bunch of people typically. You know what I mean?
No.
And there's going to be a lot of idiots there. And to assault a player, I mean, this is actually what I want to mention because they may say, well, I was drunk or whatever, you know what I mean? But, if that keeps happening and that's the excuse, they're just going to take away alcohol from the games.
Well, it's possible, but they make so much goddamn money off that.
But they'll do it. So they've already started regulating it. So it used to be that you could buy booze at the games the whole game. But in baseball and in basketball, because of a lot of this violence of people getting too fucked up, right?
Right.
They stopped selling. So in basketball, they stopped selling in the fourth quarter. In baseball, they stopped selling in like the 7th inning or 8th inning because they know people are getting too fucked up and they're going to do dumber shit.
That's smart. It's a smart move.
And then another thing with baseball is that if it's a tied game, it can go on forever. So you can have a fucking 20-inning game or whatever theoretically. And you can't just keep letting people drink like that. But
they end up dying in the damn field.
Oh, they'll do the dumbest shit. But speaking of just people doing dumb shit out in public coming out of quarantine, they banned alcohol, have you seen this, on Southwestern Airlines and American Airlines. Because
I didn't know about that.
Because there were some drunk people, some instances in the past couple of weeks or whatever, harassing flight attendants and shit. I think one guy tried to get into the fucking cockpit.
I've seen a few videos on TikTok of this kind of shit happening.
And it sucks ass that now they ruined it for everybody because you know what? We talked about this before. Like, I'm not afraid of flying, but I hate takeoffs and landings. You know what I mean? The flying part I'm usually cool with. But I like to get on the goddamn plane and have a little drinky poo.
Of course, take the nerves off.
Take the nerves off a little bit.
Yeah, people, well, this is just another, it's funny. I have a big issue, and I could go on about this, but I won't. But I taught defensive driving for years. I still do it. I'm still getting back into teaching defensive driving. But, people, there's a big anger issue in the States. I don't know what it's like in other countries, and you see it on the roads every day. So to me, this quarantine, all this happening, we're letting people out of their cages, so to speak, and they're flipping the fuck out. They're letting all this anger that they had built up, which people don't take care of themselves, and you know that people have an anger issue. They're not going to they're not going to talk to a fucking therapist.
Right.
They're going to fucking get drunk or go beat someone up.
But you say that, you go, oh, they're not going to talk to a therapist, but they can't afford to go to a therapist, Albert.
Well, you can't. I mean, I found a way to do it though. I mean, you could. I mean, I pay $60 a month for fucking health insurance.
Sure, and you know what? That's at least you do have that, and I do think that's great. And there are programs like that I think that people should look into, like government funded therapy and stuff like that. But that's part of it, bro. I feel like this level of frustration that people have, it's not all from just being kept inside from quarantine. It's a culmination of a lot of things. One, people are fucked over every day. They can't afford health care, right? They can't afford their rent. They're getting paid too little at their job. They're underappreciated. They're fucking, if you're a person of color, the police is beating the shit out of you and harassing you. If you're, you just can't, it's hard to get ahead in life. A lot of people are getting fucked around. And
no, it is.
And that in itself fucking starts to stress you out. Then start to add all the fucking crazy conspiracy shit that's going around out there, and the fucking, crazy right-wing shit that, the election was stolen, and you've been lied to, and you can't trust anybody. I mean, this is just, all it does is radicalize people. And if you keep doing that long enough, you're gonna get people going fucking crazy.
Yeah. And you know what? And there's not really an answer to any of this. I mean, obviously the answer would be make healthcare free and all that kind of, but that's not.
Well, that is part of the answer. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, it is. It's just hard to even imagine it happening.
Well, speaking of, it's just going to get worse, because right now, moratorium is set to end in a lot of states. So most places, like Republican states, it's already ended, right? So like places like in Houston and in Texas, they've already been evicting people, right? But that's no surprise. Our governor's a fucking moron, Right. He basically fucks up every week. I feel like he tries to outdo himself every week. But there are the states that do have moratorium. All of that is coming to an end in June. So we're going to have millions of people that are going to be homeless.
Wow.
And that's not going to help things. That's not going to de-escalate things. That's just going to make people more radical and more extreme and more desperate.
Yeah.
I mean,
it's going to be, yeah.
There's also cases right now that are coming out of people that have had COVID, right? There's a guy that was he was in the hospital for like 60 something days, right? Fighting COVID. He was left with a $1.3 million hospital bill.
Jesus Christ.
From a pandemic that's none of his fucking fault. You know what I mean? He'll never be able to pay that. So now he's bankrupt. He's going to lose his house. He's going to lose every fucking thing, probably.
Yeah.
That is not, it's stuff like that, man, that's going to make people fucking lose their shit. And there's 34 million people that have had COVID. How many of them are left with medical bills, right?
Right. Yeah.
So, yeah, it's fucked up, man. I got a lot of comments coming in. Let's see. All right. Sometimes Clark says funny shit. You there?
Yeah.
When I asked where you were gone, he said that your baby was changing your diaper.
Okay.
God damn. The cyberbullying. Don't ever stop. What else we got there? I don't know. It's just mostly shit about work. Let's see if I have a couple more things to go on today. I wrote some shit down, so I want to try to hit them. Of course, we were talking about Greg Abbott a minute ago. I don't know if you heard Albert, but he is blocking all of the policies that cities are trying to pass to do police reform. Have you heard about that in Texas?
No, but I'm not surprised.
So he's blocking all of that shit. But meanwhile, and so he's like, we cannot defund the police. But here's the ultimate irony. He is right now pushing to defund the Texas legislature for not pushing through. So they didn't show up to vote on some stuff, and they're trying to fight against his, voter reform, which is basically just Jim Crow type bullshit, right? Making it harder for poor people and people of color to vote. He's going to defund them. In fact, he's going to completely take away their budget if they don't pass what he wants.
Yeah.
So, just fucking a piece of crap.
Yeah. And what's funny about it is that he's just digging a big hole for himself, because he's gonna, there's gonna be another George Floyd incident, and everyone's gonna be looking at him. Everyone's gonna be looking at Greg like, hey, you this is some of this is your fucking fault, motherfucker. Like,
right.
You have the power to change stuff, and you chose not to do it. You chose to ignore the fact that cops are killing people.
Right.
And you chose to go, with your your friends and family's thoughts on it, which is, they all think like him.
Right.
Which is racist.
Which is why it's mostly got to all come from federal mandates. Like, you can't leave it up to these Republican governors to do anything, because they're just fucking sycophants and bootlicking like fascist, man, to the whole